Welcome to another edition of 42 Straight Years In. I'm a crackhead update. I was up by Louisiana Fried Chicken on Carroll, and I went in Quick Stop to get a Ozona tea. And this lady came out. She said, "You live around here?" I said, "Well, I live in East Dallas. I don't live right around here." And she said, "Man, I can't find it." I said, "What did you lose? What did you lose?" She said, "Oh, don't worry about it. I lost a little something." I said, "Shit, I lost a little something too." She said, "You did?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "Shit." I said, "That's something shiny right there." She said, "Where about? Where?" I said, "Right there. You don't see it?" I said, "Shit, I'm gonna get that motherfucker. That's me right there." She said, "Hey, man, that belongs to me, man. That's my shit, man." I said, "What is it?" She said, "You know what it is?" I said, "No, what is it? Since it's yours." I said, "What is it? What color is it?" She said, "Man, what you been smoking? You need to share some of that with me." I said, "What you do?" She said, "I do every damn thing." She said, "I do everything." She said, "I'm a doer." I said, "Yeah." I said, "That look like a major 50 there." She said, "Man, you don't see no 50. I said, "Shit, I'm looking right now." I said, "Let me go get this 50. I said, "You stay right here." She said, "No, that belongs to me, man. Shit, you better get up over here. This is my spot, man. This is where I lost it right here, man. I lost that 50 right here, man. I had a 52. I said, "You did?" I said, "Well, go get it then." She said, "Man, I can't see it. I ain't got my glasses." See, you got them glasses on. You can see better than I can. But I know it's around here somewhere. She said, "Well, go ahead and get it and smoke it with me." I said, "What you gonna give me?" She said, "Shit, I got that good. I said, "No, I don't want that." She said, "You ain't gay or nothing, is you?" I said, "I gotta be gay just because I don't want no good. Man, I don't see nobody turning nothing down for me." I said, "Well, you need to go down to the trap and sell your good, get you a major 50. She said, "No, that's my major 50 right over there on that ground, man. Same one you looking at. You see it. You won't even point it out to me. That's chicken shit, man. You won't even show me where my dope is, man. I need that, man." She said, "I ain't got no money." She done throw me out the motel. So I'm sorry, I can't help you, man. I said, "As soon as you leave, I'm gonna get that 50. She said, "Shit, I ain't going no damn way." So she sit down. And I said, "Well, I guess I'll go." She said, "Shit, you ain't gonna drive around the corner and come back and get that 50. I'm gonna be right here." I said, "No, I'm headed to my house." I said, "I live over by Ross Avenue." She said, "All right, man. I'm gonna find that 50. I know it's here, man. That chicken shit, man. You won't even show me where my shit is. You know that belongs to me." That's my crackhead update. Y'all know what it is. Get your motherfucking shanks out and let's get ready to ride. Yeah. Yesterday I talked to this guy I've mentioned in several videos. He's a professor here in Dallas. I call him Professor Doom. Man, if these people caught wind of this guy with this cancel culture they got, he'd be terminated from his position. And he's a sociology professor. And his theory is, some points he's making is definitely right. The current system we have is not working at all. It is not working. The current laws, the length of incarceration, poverty, none of this shit is working. You can't pray your way out of the poverty. You got to put some work in. And, his theory is the government only support the infirm people, the elderly, and people who can no longer work with a real disability. That's it. No female with kids, none of that, don't support them. And also he came up with some strategies. He said they need to institute a policy where if a female is pregnant, before that baby is born, she need to pay for the birth of that kid in advance. He said that'd slow down the birth rate because they ain't worried about it. They go to the county hospital and have babies all day long. They never receive a bill. He said, man, he said crime is off the charts. He said we need to take immediate action, rewrite the Constitution, and punish people according to the God in the Old Testament. In the Old Testament, you didn't get second chances. You didn't get probations or none of that. They didn't care about your age. If you screwed up, you got to punish immediately. Now, he got a lot of good points, but you got to be a free thinker in order to understand this guy. Well, everybody think the government or the system owe them something. This is one of the few countries in the world where the government supports its system. In these other Asian countries and African countries, government don't support no citizens at all. You got to get it how you live. And America's totally different. That last video was concerning this guy over in Garland, this 14-year-old who he killed 3 people and he wounded 1. Well, I listened at the news. His father said he didn't know his son was going to kill anyone. Now, what's the probability of that? You drove him there. He said he drove him there, true enough, but he didn't know what his son was going to do. And he said he wished the law enforcement capture his son so he can tell the truth and cut the dad loose. Maybe he thinking the son's going to say, well, I'm going to shoot him. I need to taking my dad down. I can say, I told my dad to take me to the store to get a soda, but I had plans to shoot these people. I don't know how they're going to work it out. But according to his attorney, he didn't know his son was going to shoot the 3 people and kill the 3 people. We're going to see how that play out because he got $1 million bond. Then they looking at he voluntarily turned himself in. He didn't try to run from him. He turned himself in. We'll see how that play out in the court system. Yeah, I uploaded a picture of Mr. Forbes. It's hard to get shit from that Texas Prison Museum. I had to purchase it online. They charge you an arm and a leg, and they don't want to go through all their catalogs to locate different items. And the Texas Prison Museum is closed. I done made the trip to Huntsville, which is about 179 miles from Dallas. And, I found the old prison yearbooks. Texas was the only prison in the United States had yearbooks. Like a high school got yearbooks, Texas prison had yearbooks. And I located Mr. Forbes. I've talked about him in 5 or 6 videos or more. And somebody made a comment that he looked young. Well, at the time of that picture, Mr. Faulk was 42 years old. Most guys back in the day looked young. You had to be clean shaven. They fed you good as hell. You definitely was in shape, all that fucking work. If the guys who wasn't in the field, they all worked out. So they kept you looking young. A lot of guys there looked young as hell, but they not young, they're old as fuck. To be at Ramsey, was no 18-year-old guys at Ramsey. The youngest you could be at Ramsey was 22. And Cat didn't want nobody there who couldn't work. So he wanted a healthy workforce. That's why they transferred Wildcat to the Ramsey unit, because they got 14,000 acres. It wasn't producing what they considered enough crops for that much acreage. So they brought Cat in to ramp up the production. And all he wanted was a hell of a field force. I mean, there's a lot at that prison. It housed 1,600 inmates. 900 worked in the fields. 900, and they went to work every fucking day, except Saturday and Sunday. They have took us out on a Saturday before, because back in the day, Saturday wasn't a visiting day like it is now. Visiting day was on Sundays only. But Mr. Faulk was he was a guy who didn't interact with a lot of inmates. He done seen a lot of shit. He came to prison in '56, and he was 22 when he came to prison. And he didn't interact with a lot of guys. He done saw too much game, too much bullshit, and all he do is work on his craft stuff, and he read a lot. He was self-educated. He didn't attend no classes, but the man was smart as hell. And he got inmate psychology down pat. Well, anyway, one guy, that's when I wasn't working in Cat's office. I was still working in the fields in one hole. And they brought this guy in from Houston. And man, they called him Shitty. That's his nickname, Shitty. Anyway, he had bags and bags of commissary. Because back in the day, when you got transferred, you carried all your property, everything on that bus. Ain't like it is now. You can only carry one red sack. Back then, you carried everything, craft material, every fucking thing went on that bus with you. Wasn't no such thing as they gonna ship it to you later. Everything you own, you carried with you. But it was a catch-22 to this guy. We figured this out later on. All that commissary he allegedly had in those bags was all dummies. He had cans of roast beef. That was a hell of a thing back in the day. Because they didn't have ramen noodles. They made a spread. It'd be straight chili, roast beef, or tamales. They didn't have no ramen noodles in it. They didn't even exist then. Not in the Texas prison. Commissary didn't have that item. Well, anyway, he got bags of coffee. Back in the day, a Maxwell House coffee only costed 95 cents. I think when they stopped selling it, it was up to about $3, I believe, when they stopped selling Maxwell House. But back in the day, it was 95 cents. Cigarettes was 26 cents a pack. And they had any type of cigarettes you want. Yeah, somebody else made a comment on Mr. Faulk's picture by smoking in the chow hall. You could smoke in the chow hall at Ramsey. They had ashtrays on the table. You could smoke anywhere at that prison except church and the education department. Now, in the schoolhouse, they call smoke breaks. And you go outside in the hallway and smoke your cigarette. You couldn't smoke in the classroom. But you could smoke in the chow hall, the gymnasium. You could watch in there watching a movie, you can light you a cigarette. They got ashtrays all over the place. It's a catch-22. You better not drop no ashes on the floor. If you do, you better go get a broom and clean it up. Right then, not later, right now. Clean it up. Couldn't throw cigarette butts all over. You got to put them in the ashtray. So they was allowed to smoke in the chow hall. Anyway, shit'd come back there, they was gambling. Occasionally, I would play moon. Mr. Faulk tried to teach me the cheating techniques of moon, how some of them guys been locked up a long fucking time and they can play moon good as hell. They play moon 42 wheel, knock, poker with dominoes. But at Ramsey, you didn't have to play poker with dominoes. You could get a deck of cards from Wildcat. That's the only prison you could do that at. He give you a deck of cards. You play poker with real cards. Well, anyway, I was just killing some time. We wasn't playing nothing but a nickel in. And Shitty made a statement. That was his game. He could gamble good, but occasionally, it might not, dominoes might not be running your way. And your ass gonna lose, but you gotta have some money to cover your loss. He made a statement. Man, I shoot the moon, I play knock, I'm a gambling this motherfucker. And I play high, I'm a high roller. I don't play no nickel and dime moon. Mine is $1, $2. A dude sitting there listening, and a couple dudes said, yeah, man, that dude came in here with a lot of money. I mean, he had about 5 bags. Looked like he got commissary. All that shit was dummies. There wasn't no commissary in there. This motherfucker didn't get no money from home. But he could gamble so good till he put them dummies up, then win him some legit money. So I'm playing I'm at the moon table. And they gonna play 4-hand moon. So I shoot the moon. I got a lay down moon. I got a lay down moon. He can't beat it. So he overshoot me. That means we was playing if you overshoot somebody and you can't beat their hand, we was playing that's 8 in the box. Man, so I skinned him up real fast, about $30. Back then we had a rule. You didn't have no excuse at Ramsey. The cell door stayed open. You unlock your own cell door. The Walls and Ramsey unit was the only units like that, where the inmate unlock his own door. And the key was, it was a gentleman agreement. When you lose, you get up and go to your cell, get that money, bag it up, and bring it out and pay the guy. No excuses. But they had the rule. If you gamble with your ass, you pay with your ass. So he had won a little money, but he didn't have my $30. So he pulled me to the side. He said, "Say, man, I got about $12, man. You let me keep playing, I'm going to trim all these fools and get your money." Now, I'm not hardcore criminal yet. I'm not no hardcore convict. Not yet. I hadn't been locked up for fucking 3 years. Mr. Faulk pulled me to the side and said, "You never let nobody make it on no money, because they ain't going to let you make it. You should make that motherfucker give you your money right now. If you would have lost, you got to go to your cell and get the money. So make him get your money." So he back there winning. He steady going deeper in the hole. So I pulled him to the side. He take a break. I said, "Say, man, what my $30? He said, "Damn, man. You whole ass dudes on Ramsey, man." Wrong word. I don't say nothing else. I said, "Don't even worry about it. I didn't have my gloves with the iron in it." I went on up to my cell, put my gloves on. He sit back down to the moon table. On Ramsey, you sit, back turn, everything go over there. Ain't no rules in this shit. There's no rules. You gonna treat a motherfucker just like he would do you. I came up with them gloves with the iron in it. I knocked 3 of the damn teeth out. Bam! He fell off the gambling table, hit the floor. I went to kick him. That's something they didn't allow. If a guy go down, they didn't allow that. The inmate guards got involved. They said, hey, man, don't kick him no motherfucking more, man. We don't even allow that. Let the man get up. He ain't wanting to get up. His mouth raggling a motherfucker. He don't want to get up. So Mr. Forbes come back there for me. He said, "Say, y'all ain't gonna fuck with my young homeboy. That ain't happening." He said, "I'm gonna tell you that right motherfucking now. And that ain't happening. So ain't neither y'all acting all bold, going get them blackjacks and all that. Y'all ain't finna fuck with this dude." He said, "Say, man, let that fool get up." Mr. Faulk reached down there and grabbed him in the back and said, "Get your punk ass up." He got up, staggering around. He punched drunk like a motherfucker. I went to waylaying this motherfucking ass. I mean, he raggling here. But that's what you get. You know, I had a thing. I was young. I didn't take no shit from them old guys at all. I didn't start no shit with them, but I didn't take no shit from them old dudes at all. If you take an inch from them, they're going to move a mile on your ass. So you had to take immediate action. A lot of them guys didn't believe fat meat was greasy. So you got to be able to show their ass, "Hey, man, I discombobulate your ass by fucking with me. Every time you fuck with me, you're going to pay a penalty." That's the way you had to operate with these fools. They will run slap over you. They will run over. They used to violence. So you think you commit a violent act and that's going to win them over? No, you're going to have to commit quite a few violent acts to win them over. Because some of those guys are just as violent as you are. I got to get this video uploaded. I got the house to myself. Y'all know what it is. Keep your shanks ready. They got a little money now. Next week, they'll be broke, back looking at the ground. That lady probably still sitting up there at Quick Stop looking for that major 50 on the ground. She probably still sitting there right now. I ain't been up there today. But I'm going to go through that later on. I'm working on getting my merchandise. I purchased a website. I'm see how everything works out. And y'all support me over on Patreon. Like and subscribe. And I thank you for watching.